welcome you to our annual Conservation Awards dinner and celebration. We look forward to an enjoyable evening where we will honor some hardworking people and talented people. I'd like to refer you to the back of your program where we have provided information about the Conservation District, the contest, awards, how they all work, and along with a list of the many supporters and partners that we have. You might review the back of the program during dinner so you have that information. Also, we look forward to a nice dinner, and at this time I'm going to ask Dr. Mike Schaefer if he will come forward with the invitation, and following his invitation, we will enjoy the dinner. Thank you.
Would you pray with me? Dear Heavenly Father, you are fantastic and an awesome God. Dear Lord, we thank you for all your many blessings, and especially for the creation in this world that you've given us, and that you've given us the responsibility to care for. We thank you for our lives, and we thank you for our eternal life through Christ Jesus. And dear Lord, I ask a special blessing today upon these members of this Conservation District and these young men and women who have worked so hard to work to protect and to promote the protection and the proper use of what you've given us, and the creation of the water and the trees and the animals and all of that surrounds us. And we thank you, dear Lord, and I just ask for a special blessing upon them. Give them good health, and give them strength, and give them clear minds, and may they have the desires of their hearts. And dear Lord, I just ask that you continue to bless them in the work that they do for you. We are glad tonight for this food that we're about to eat, and we just ask that you bless it as well, that it would give us the strength we need to do your work. And it's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Help yourself to the table back here and enjoy a meal.
Yeah, we'll have the head table go first for obvious reasons. And we just go right on down this way. Okay, this table is action. All in. Now you're next. Hey, you're next. All in.
If you will stand, may I introduce you. My name is Ron McCormick. I'm chair of the Conservation Board. Vice chair is Dennis Walter. Secretary Treasurer is Kim McCormick. Gretchen Vaughn is not here tonight. She's ill, but she's our newest board member. Linda Gray Schaefer, Rick Simon, Sanford Recker. We show our appreciation to those folks. The next people I want to introduce is our staff. These people work very hard to make our job as elected officials look good, and we really appreciate the hard work they do. They can call us all hours of the night. I appreciate that sometimes. Mary Catherine Dickerson, you stand. She's our district coordinator. Linda Griselle is our administrative secretary. John Stewart is our technician. Some other special guests we have here this evening. And again, if you will hold your applause, we'll introduce them and recognize them as a group. First of all, we have Carrie Hills, Assistant Superintendent of Campbell County Schools. Thank you back there. We have Dan Franzen, Assistant Principal of Campbell County High School. Help me show our appreciation to those folks. Also, we have Olin Brim here representing the Kentucky Extension Service. There you go. Thank you. The next group of people would like to recognize the county government. The county government has been very supportive of our conservation efforts. Fiscal court and Judge Henry have been extremely helpful in us following through on some projects and doing some things in the county. First of all, I'd like to recognize Judge Steve Henry, County Commissioners. County Commissioner Brian Painter, Please stand. Kim Recton and Peter Garrett. Appreciate all you folks attending and supporting us this evening. The next item we have is a commercial for you to see on the screen. Campbell County Media Central has put together a video for us to show you a little bit about, some of you have already seen here, to show us what conservation is all about and what the importance of the water. Give your attention to the screen at this time.
In the 1930s, America was struggling through the Great Depression. A serious drought in the Midwest was coupled with windstorms and intensive farming that loosened soil. Those storms carried topsoil from Texas and Oklahoma over 300 miles offshore and dropped the soil into the Atlantic Ocean. In response, the government created a new agency that would be responsible for providing technical assistance to farmers to reduce both wind and water erosion of soil. Farmers were reluctant to accept help from the federal government, and the idea of locally led conservation districts was proposed. Once states were permitted to organize conservation districts, Kentucky passed legislation in 1940 enabling local farmers to form conservation districts. Conservation districts operate under the direction of the Kentucky Soil and Water Commission through the Division of Conservation in the Department for Natural Resources, Kentucky Energy, and Environment Cabinet. The Campbell County Conservation District was established in 1945 by a vote of the citizens of Campbell County. 7 locally elected officials who serve a 4-year term without pay govern the conservation district. The mission of your conservation district is to work for the improvement and conservation of the soil, water, and related natural resources of the county. Although often confused with other agencies and organizations, conservation districts are the only entity in the county and state that are responsible for protecting our soil, water, and other natural resources that we depend upon. Connecting people with the resources they need to address their natural resource issues is one of the main responsibilities of your conservation district. Assistance is available to everyone, including landowners, businesses, schools, organizations, cities, and other local governments. Your conservation district receives and administers locally generated funds as well as funds from state government. Services offered through the Campbell County Conservation District are funded through local tax dollars, about $1.54 per person per year, grants, donations, and volunteer work. The Conservation District utilizes technical, financial, educational, and informational services that are available from local, state, and federal agencies. A memorandum of agreement with the United States Department of Agriculture Natural Resources Conservation Service brings federal assistance to Campbell County through the Farm Bill and Emergency Watershed Protection Program. Your conservation district often works with other local county conservation districts to stretch valuable funds and resources. Natural disasters, including flooding, landslides, and tornadoes, have all taken a toll on the land and people of our county. After the tornadoes in 2012, the Conservation District used grant funds from the Kentucky Soil Erosion and Water Quality Cost Share Program to help farmers clean up debris from their farms to get them back into production. The Conservation District has also been working with county and city officials to help homeowners who are affected by landslides and flooding. The Conservation District helps farmers develop and implement plans to reduce soil erosion and protect water quality on their land through the Kentucky Agricultural Water Quality Act. The Kentucky Soil Erosion and Water Quality Cost Share Program helps farmers install best management practices to solve natural resource issues on their farms. Through this fund, the Conservation District also designs local programs to help people care for our natural resources. Dead Farm Animal Removal Assistance Program, Farm Dump Removal Assistance Program, and the Non-Traditional Cost Share Grant for agricultural landowners who are not eligible for traditional Farm Bill or state cost share programs. Over the years, the Conservation District has worked on natural resource issues that led to the development of the Northern Kentucky Horse Network, Northern Kentucky Agro-Tourism Network, and Northern Kentucky Urban and Community Forestry Council. The Conservation District also played an important role in the Northern Kentucky Adventure Tourism media launch, highlighting agritourism in our area. Most recently, the Conservation District assisted with funding to assess water quality in A.J. Jolly Lake as part of the Jolly Park Community Development Council master planning process. Tree planting and urban forestry enhancement grants are available to help cities and communities establish programs or develop projects to protect and conserve our natural resources while enhancing the aesthetic value of the natural environment. Equipment is available for rent to help with conservation projects and practices. Selecting a Cooperator of the Year is one way to recognize individuals who exemplify outstanding practices in conserving the soil, water, forestry, and wildlife resources entrusted to their care. The Campbell County Conservation District Farmland Work Group works with many partners to promote the value of agriculture and working lands as part of the county's healthy economy and green infrastructure. A farmland study for Campbell County was completed in 2005. This led to a strategic plan with goals to prioritize what farmland should be saved, continue to educate the public about the values of farmland, pilot a purchase of development rights program, and improve the economic viability of agriculture. Through the efforts of the Farmland Work Group, the new Campbell County Comprehensive Plan includes 2 goals that support agriculture: working with the County Property Valuation Administration. More accurate methods of assessment of agricultural land and buildings are being used today. Farmland Work Group sponsors 2 events that are intended to exemplify the importance of agriculture to the community, both economically and socially. These are opportunities to illustrate to the non-agriculture public, county leadership, and planners that agriculture is part of the county's economic engine and culture, and that it should be included in policymaking and land use planning decisions for the county. The Farmland Work Group launched the Backroads Farm Tour in 2009 to bring people to the county's farms to learn firsthand about agricultural production. The tour is held on the 3rd Saturday of July each year, coming up on Saturday, July 19th, 2014. Due to the success of Campbell County's Backroads Farm Tour, similar tours are now held in Boone and Kenton counties. The Farmland Work Group has sponsored 2 Farm to Fork dinners. The first dinner held at Northern Kentucky University and the second at Lazy K Ranch. The third dinner is planned for Tuesday, September 23rd during the Grow It, Eat It, Wear It event at the Alexandria Fairgrounds. The Conservation District administers the Kentucky County Agricultural Investment Program, which was developed to help tobacco-impacted communities diversify agricultural production. The Kentucky Agricultural District Program is a voluntary program that allows farmers to form special areas where commercial agriculture is encouraged and protected. The 140-acre Hawthorne Crossing Conservation Area lies between the Licking River and the Riffle Creek. A grant from the Kentucky Heritage Land Conservation Fund Board and assistance from the Campbell Conservancy and Campbell County Fiscal Court ensured that this land will be preserved in perpetuity to enhance the quality of life in our community. Another grant purchased 146 acres of important forest and wetland areas at the St. Anne Convent. While habitat restoration and protection are the main goals of these projects, the land will be open to the public in the future for hiking, bird watching, educational programs, and research. A portion of St. Anne wetland is already open to the public. Citizens who purchase the Kentucky Nature license plates make preservations of these unique areas possible. Helping people learn about our natural resources and how to care for them is vital for our future. The Conservation District offers educational opportunities for students of all ages. Kentucky Conservation Writing and Jim Claypool Art Contests for students in grades K through 12. Local conservation education grants for educational institutions. State and local scholarships for college students. Kentucky Conservation Teacher of the Year competition for teachers who actively engage students in conservation, education, and community outreach. National Envirothon. Your conservation district sponsors and supports local high school teams in this national competition. The Kentucky Forestry Leadership Program provides a week-long summer experience in forest management and related subjects for high school students completing their sophomore and junior years. Field days and workshops that feature conservation practices and topics like stream restoration, pond scum, and invasive plants. Soil and water conservation districts are local people solving local problems. We rely on our many partners and volunteers to ensure that conservation is put on the ground. It's often said that many hands make light work. Thank you to all our volunteers and supporters. Contact your Campbell County Conservation District for more information or to get involved with soil and water conservation in your area.
This video was generated for the purpose of information as to what the Conservation Board does. The Conservation Board is elected in a general election, and we are responsible to you. You might check your tax bill and see how much money you pay for your conservation service. These are some of the things you get for your tax dollars. I think turned out to get a bargain for the amount of money you pay for that. Linda Ray Schaefer from the Farmland Work Group is a big force behind this video, and I think she's done an excellent job in preparing us along with the Campbell County Media Center. We appreciate that. Hopefully you know, many times when we're running for election out there, people say, what do you do? What's the conservation district do? And you just saw some of the things we do. One of the big things that Mary Catherine is excellent at is writing grants. That's one of the, we get tax dollars, but we also use a lot of grant money. And she has pulled in about $1 million in the last 2 or 3 years to be able to purchase property in the county for preserving it for perpetuity, so our kids can enjoy that for the rest of their lives. So Mary Catherine is very, very excellent, and she served not only Campbell County, she also works in Campbell, Kenton, and Boone. So we appreciate her. At this time, we're going to continue our recognition of our winners tonight, and Linda Ray Schaefer is going to start us out.
In the writing contest, there were 157 entries from 6 schools. The Conservation District selects a school winner from the top 3 entries in each school. From the school winners, a county winner is selected, and this entry is forwarded to area and state competition. We ask the county winners to read their essays at our awards dinner. Cecilia Metzner is our winner this year. Cecilia's from St. John Vianney Academy. She's sick tonight, but her mother and also her teacher, Mary Ann Metzner, is going to come this evening and read for her.
Speak real close to the microphone.
Hi. I think my daughter Cecilia is home with a headache and a sore throat, and I truly think the sore throat is because she practiced this about 100 times. But at any rate, she wishes she could be here tonight. So here's her essay. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, an average family of 4 uses an astonishing 400 gallons of water each day. And while the majority of the earth is covered in water, only 1% is available for everyday use. The remainder of it is salty ocean water or permanently frozen. Water is limited, and with demand for it increasing, it is essential to practice water conservation. The demand for water is quickly skyrocketing. Consumers use 127% more water today than they did in the 1950s. The Daily Mail reports on recent studies that found that the water demand will exceed the water supply by 40% in 2 decades. The reason so much more water is being used is that there are more people on the earth today than there were in the 1950s. Also, we are using water in ways we don't even realize. For example, every time a car is manufactured, it takes 100,000 gallons of water. Or producing 1 pound of ground beef takes 800 gallons of water. Even washing 1 load of laundry uses 60 gallons of water. As the demand skyrockets, new ways to conserve water must be found. Another problem that gets scientists and environmentalists concerned is that lakes and seas all over the world are drying up. One of the largest and most shocking examples is the Aral Sea in Kazakhstan. It is the 4th largest freshwater lake in the world. Now it is a mere 10% of its original size. Another example is the Colorado River that used to run from Rocky Mountain National Park and weave its way through 4 states before it drained into the Gulf of California. Now, this once flowing river dries up long before it reaches its destination as it is being used to water lawns and fill swimming pools. China's largest freshwater lake is yet another example of these occurrences. Poyang Lake was 3,500 square kilometers, but now has shrunk to only 200 kilometers. These are not the only lakes that are drying up. Sadly, many people are not willing to heed the warnings given by those who are studying these problems. Drought is another perplexing piece of the water conservation puzzle. When it strikes, it limits access to clean water. When this happens and water is scarce, it must be purified through a process called desalination. This process, which removes salt and other minerals from the water, is expensive and time-consuming. It is important to conserve water when drought occurs, because otherwise it will become too expensive to produce clean water. According to smartplanet.com, in 20 years, a third of the global population will only have half of the amount of water we need, which will put a strain on industry and agriculture. Boonsbury Dickinson, who is a pioneering science journalist, predicts that water supplies could become as precious a commodity as oil. How this part of the water conservation puzzle will be solved is still unclear. As critical as these problems are, small steps taken to conserve water can have huge positive impact. Switching out an old shower head with a new, more efficient one conserves water. Whereas older shower heads use 50 gallons of water for a 10-minute shower, a new head can cut that amount in half. Thus, showering with a new shower head yields a savings of 750 gallons of water per person each month. Also, washing a sidewalk or driveway uses 50 gallons of water for every 5 minutes. Picking up a broom instead will save money and conserve water. Even doing something as simple as turning off the faucet while brushing one's teeth will be beneficial. These and other small steps taken to save water help tremendously. Larger steps, such as replacing appliances, are also needed. One of the biggest water and money wasters is the washing machine. The average family washes 400 loads of laundry each year. With a top-loading machine, each load uses up to 50 gallons of water. A front-loading machine uses half that amount. Making this simple switch could save 10,000 gallons of water each year. Another household item that should be replaced to conserve water is the toilet. In an average lifetime, one person will flush the toilet around 140,000 times. Considering this, it should not be surprising that the toilet is responsible for around 30% of the water used in homes. If a toilet is flushed 4,000 times per year, replacing it could save 10,000 gallons of water per year. The water saved from updating appliances will save the homeowner money and help the environment. The bottom line is that demand for water continues to increase as the population grows. Lakes and rivers are drying up. Thus, it is crucial to take simple steps to conserve water. Practicing water conservation will ensure that the generations to come will still have clean water to enjoy. Thank you.
Next, I'm going to announce the winner of the Bible contest, and that was a magnificent paper she wrote there. We must put a lot of work into that. So our county winner, this is for grades 6 through 12, was Cecilia Metzner, and her teacher was Marianne Metzner. And like I said, Cecilia was able to be here, so her brother's going to take her prize for it. Yeah.
Yeah, stand on this other side. To the Mary Catherine.
Okay, when I call everybody up, I'd like for you to remain up here so we can get your picture. Okay, the second place county winner is Alexis Benaki from Highlands High School. And her teacher is Deb Amon. Would you like to come forward? Okay. Next, school winner, Luke Grodehouse from St. Teresa School. And teacher is Aaron Gilday. Teacher here? No.
Yeah, take it.
We'll give it to her. Next school winner is Deborah Myers from Sunlight Ridge Academy. Her teacher is Cheryl Myers.
She's not here.
And she's not here tonight. The next school winner is Sarah Moser from St. Mary's School. Her teacher is Matt Grossman.
Now give her a teacher award. Oh, okay. Yeah, these are supposed to get it. Okay.
Next school winner, okay, grade 6 through 12, Sarah Hicks from Hicks Homeschool, and teacher is Jeannie Hicks. Next, we have our art contest winners, grades K through 2. Congratulate all those kids. Okay, next we have our art contest winners, grades K through 2. The K through 2 county winner is Abigail Myers from Sunlight Ridge Academy. Teacher Cheryl Myers. And again, they're unable to be here tonight. In our second place, K through 2 county winner is Will Sheets from St. Thomas School.
Oh, thank you.
Our next school winner is Saskia Bentz, Crossroads Elementary. Teacher is Sarah Richardson. Our next school winner is Bailey Marcus, St. Teresa School. Teacher, send feedback. I call Bailey Marcus yet? St. Thomas School. Okay, and next is Vanya. Next school winner is Vanya Grayson from Southgate Independent School. Teacher is Sherry Marshall. Next, we have the art contest winners, grades 3 through 5. And our county winner is Wyatt Pence from St. Thomas School. Teacher is Philip Meyer. Teacher here. The second place county winner is Annabelle Sunday, St. Mary's School. Teacher, Lisa Bell. Okay, we have a school winner, Alina Deerback, Crossroads Elementary. Teacher is Sarah Richards. Next school winner is Daniel Myers from Sunlight Ridge Academy. Teacher is Cheryl Myers. Again, Myers couldn't be here tonight. Another school winner, Olivia Fearman, St. Peter Falls School. Teacher, Cindy Francis. Another school winner is Emma Mallory from St. Teresa School. The teacher is Bonnie Marcus. Next school winner is Laura Small, Southgate Independent School. The teacher is Sherry Marshall. Again, congratulations to all the students who participated. They did an honor. Next, we have our scholarships. Each year, the Campbell County Conservation District awards up to 3 $1,000 scholarships to students who are enrolled in one of the following fields of study: natural resource conservation, forestry, soil science, ecology, wildlife science, or agriculture. High school seniors, as well as students currently in college, are eligible to apply. This year, the district received 4 applicants and is awarding a $1,000 scholarship to all 4 applicants. Congratulations to Nicole Marie Robertson, a senior at Campbell County High School, field of study in biology. Nicole, please come forward to accept your certificate. Next, congratulations to Zoe Francine. Next, congratulations to Zoe Francine Sarah Sands, a freshman at the University of Kentucky. Her field of study will either be dietetics or environmental science. Zoe is completing her end of the semester test and could be with us here this evening. With Zoe's mother, Carla, please come forward to accept her certificate. Next, congratulations to Anna Elizabeth Snowball, a senior at Campbell County High School. Her field of study is environmental science. Anna, please come forward to accept. And next we have one more. Congratulations to Zachary Wade Pointer, a junior at Northern Kentucky University. His field of study is to major in environmental science and a minor in biology. Zachary, please come forward to accept your certificate. Yes, Zachary to be with us. So congratulations to all three.
Good job.
Next is the Teacher Incentive Award. Conservation District. Ms. Nichols will receive a cash award of $100. Please come forward and accept her award. This side. Education grant. Well, the Campbell County Conservation District has offered education grants since 1991 to assist schools in fostering learning about conservation in our environment. Grant applications are accepted from October through January each year. This year, one grant is being awarded. Campbell Ridge Elementary School will receive $1,000 for accessible planning, engaging students with disabilities and conservation project. This project will engage students through planting native flowers, shrubs, and trees along the 1.5-mile blacktop walkway trail around the school. Principal Anthony Nancy is the project leader. Please come forward to receive your grant.
Okay, I have the tree planting and urban forest enhancement grants. The Campbell County Conservation District has offered this grant since 1993 to help cities and communities establish programs or develop projects to protect and conserve our natural resources. The project must be done on lands located in Campbell County that are owned, leased, or otherwise controlled by city, county, state, or federal government, and must include funding or in-kind contributions in an amount equal to the grant request. This year, 3 grants are being awarded. And please remain up front. Well, we're not going to do a group picture, we're just going to do individuals. Okay, the first one is the City of Bellevue. The City of Bellevue is receiving $1,000 toward their citywide tree planting plan. The city plans to remove and replace invasive Bradford pear trees as well as plant trees in other areas that do not have sufficient tree canopies. Will the mayor from the City of Bellevue please come forward to accept your grant? Okay, the next one is the City of Dayton. The City of Dayton is receiving $1,000 toward their Dayton Heights Park project. Try saying that real fast. Anyway, this project is a continuation of a project started in 2011. or any other representatives from the city of Dayton please come forward to accept your grant? Okay, if there's no one here, we'll see if they get their grant. The next one is the City of Alexandria. The City of Alexandria is receiving $1,000 toward their Welcome to Alexandria project. This grant will be used to plant shrubs and flowers around a new Welcome to Alexandria sign, maintaining existing flower beds along Washington Street, and to purchase trees to plant at the Alexandria Community Park. Would Andy Shaba from the City of Alexandria please come forward to accept your grant? And that's what's taking. That's okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess, get over the sign, yeah. Make sure you got the right side.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Part of your name again, that's you. Okay, let's give him a big hand.
Each year, the Campbell County Conservation District gives an award to an outstanding individual who lends a hand to us over and above what's expected from a volunteer. And we're fortunate this year that the one who gets it is Bob Gazelle. If you recognize the name, that's because Linda is our secretary. Bob has been to more of these events probably than any of us. But it's all on his own time. He lends a hand wherever he's needed. He does more than really you'd expect from a spouse to do for someone who works for the district. Bob couldn't be here tonight due to some family issues, but we love him to death, and we think we hope he hangs around a long time because we enjoy all the freedom. Our next award goes to an individual, business, or group who the district selects that has helped us, shown service to us throughout the year. And I'm very proud to announce tonight that that individual is Missy Williams. Melissa Williams, if you don't, everybody knows her as Missy. Missy, if you don't know, works for the Campbell County, used to work for the Campbell County Fiscal Court as a director of administration. Missy retired March the 1st after 35 years of service with the fiscal court. And I know as a district, we have worked very closely with her. She represents fiscal court in a lot of the issues and events that we take on. And we're sorely going to miss Missy, but the one good news part of this is that Missy said she's still going to volunteer. Now she has the time to do so. So we look forward to working with Missy a lot more, and probably put a lot more burden on her than she ever thought we would. So I'd like to present the award to Missy. Again, Missy has taken advantage of her retirement. She's spending time with her father tonight. I believe they went to the theater. And that's something that she's missed out on for 35 years of public service work. So we appreciate Missy, and we'll make sure she gets the award. Next award is the Cooperator of the Year. The Cooperator of the Year is an individual, group, or business who promotes and implements conservation practices to their operations to improve and protect the soil and water resources of their farms. And tonight, Tonight I'm very pleased, and I know Kevin's a good friend of mine. We've been together a long time through the Cattle Association. But Kevin Russ and his family, Kevin and Lisa, are the recipients tonight of our Cooperator of the Year Award. I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of idea of what Kevin does, how he's improved his operation through working with conservation.
Kevin Russ is being honored tonight as the 2013 Campbell County Conservation District Cooperator of the Year. The district award is part of the National Conservation Districts Recognition Program. Each district is eligible to nominate an individual, group, or business for the award each year. Kevin was nominated for the award by the Campbell County Conservation District and Natural Resource Conservation Service for his hard work to improve the quality of their land in Campbell County. Kevin and his wife Lisa are both fifth-generation natives of California, Kentucky, and come from farming families. Kevin's grandfather raised tobacco and dairy cattle. Kevin's father also raised tobacco, but was also involved with vegetable production. Between the three of them, they had over 90 years' experience working with tobacco before the buyout ended their family tradition 12 years ago. Kevin graduated from Bishop Brossart High School and attended the University of Kentucky, where he received his Bachelor's of Science in Civil Engineering. Kevin and Lisa were married in 1994. Lisa is the youngest of 11 children of Nick and Betty Sider, and Kevin is the oldest of 5 children of Harry and Nancy Rust. After they were married, they bought part of Harry and Nancy's farm and built their house and 2 barns there. They have 2 children, Nicholas, age 16, and Anna, age 13. For nearly the past 20 years, Kevin has worked for the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet as a civil engineer. Kevin got his start in the beef cattle business as a senior in high school when he purchased 2 heifers. He now owns a 13-acre farm, manages the 66 acres of his family's farm, rents 53 acres of pasture ground, and sharecrops 15 acres of hay ground, all of which is in the 12-Mile Creek watershed. He has an Angus cross cow and calf operation with about 26 head. He buys his cattle locally and sells them at the Paris of Flemingsburg stockyards. Each year he keeps 4 steers to feed out and sell locally as sides of beef. The rest of his calves are sold as feeders. He has been keeping his cattle operation going for 29 years. Kevin has always had a passion for farming. When he was young, he remembers riding the tractor all day with his dad as he was plowing tobacco ground or cultivating tobacco. He said, "I couldn't wait until I could reach the pedals on a tractor, that I could go on my own." He loves baling hay, whether it is square baling or rolls. He even does some custom baling for nearby neighbors. In 2009, Kevin's neighbor, Randy Haas, and NRCS District Conservationist Ed Thompson got him interested in native grasses. The native grass that interested him the most was eastern gamma grass. He worked with the late Jimmy May of Auburn, Kentucky, a retired wildlife biologist and expert on eastern gamma grass. Kevin decided to apply for the Natural Resources Conservation Service's Environmental Quality Incentive Program in 2009, 2010, and 2011, and was successful all 3 times. In 2010, he seeded his first 10-acre stand of eastern gamma grass at his parents' farm. In 2011, he seeded his second stand of eastern gamma grass, which is about 8 acres. Although Kevin is modest about it, he has one of the best stands of eastern gamma grass in the area. In 2012, he decided to diversify his native warm season grasses and seeded a 10-acre stand of switchgrass. His 2012 contract also included a field border, which is used to increase habitat for wildlife. During the planning stages with NRCS, they determined a stream crossing, animal trail, and fencing out the creek would improve water quality and create access to more pasture, so a rotational grazing system could be implemented. Once the cattle were fenced out of the creek, the cattle needed an alternate water source, so a watering tank was also planned. With his 2011 EQIP contract, he completed the fence, watering tank, and the stream crossing. He completed the animal trail with funds from state cost share. Kevin has also applied many times for the County Agricultural Investment Program, or CAIP. Although he failed to acquire funds the first few times applying, his persistence has led to him qualifying for the program the last 2 years. With the CAIP funds, he has built a fence, a bullpen, a weeding pen, and just this last year, a feeding area and a watering facility. All of these projects were steps in improving his farm and completing the ultimate vision for the farm. It's taken him a lot of work and a bunch of patience, but with the help of programs like EQIP, CAIP, and State Cost Share, and technical advice from agencies like the Conservation District, Natural Resources Conservation Service, and University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service, his plan for his farm is coming together. He said, "If you are willing to make the investment, so are they." He said that staff such as Ed Thompson, Alan Arthur, Steve Ewalt, John Stork, and Linda Grizel are always very helpful and are a huge asset to Northern Kentucky. Kevin has always been a conservative person by nature, but is always willing to take a calculated risk after studying ways to improve. In 2013, Kevin experimented with making haylage with help from a friend. He said that this experience has changed his whole perspective on ways to produce a quality forage for his livestock. Farming for Kevin is a hobby, but a hobby that pays. It's a quality of life, he says. His goals for the farm include producing more with less, which he said was important with the rising population and decrease in farmland. His main goal for the farm is to leave it better than he found it. Water quality is an important issue with Kevin, which is why he wanted to fence off his streams and put in a stream crossing. Kevin has had many experiences on the farm throughout his years. He has learned life lessons, what hard work is, and the benefit that comes with it. Kevin is disappointed that his children will never experience all the hard work that goes into a tobacco crop, but he's sure his children don't share the disappointment. He hopes that growing up around the farm has given them a good work ethic and has kept them grounded. Congratulations to Kevin Rust on being selected as the 2013 Cooperator of the Year.
Campbell County Conservation District Cooperator of the Year, Kevin J. Rust, California, Kentucky. In recognition of distinguished service to the citizens of Campbell County and the Commonwealth of Kentucky for promoting a program of greater service to all our people in conserving and using wisely the soil, water, forestry, and wildlife resources entrusted to our care, awarded by the Campbell County Conservation District.
Congratulations, Kevin. I think that probably you have a little help on the farm. I'd like for your family to stand up. Mrs. Rust and 2 children. And Harry, his wife, his mother and father. So you all will just stand, whole family. I understand myself from farming that it takes a whole group of people to make it all work. Congratulations to all of you for making that happen. I'd like to thank each of you for coming out tonight. I'd like to thank the contest winners along with the teachers and the parents especially who helped these students prepare their projects for consideration. I would like to believe, and I'm sure they have learned a lot from doing it. It makes you want to conserve water a little bit more attending summer programs. There's scholarships available for some of these projects or some of these programs. We have a $175 scholarship for the Kentucky Forestry and Entomology Leadership Program. We have a $175 scholarship for the Camp Web program. And there's more information over there to be found on our website. We do have a website that's listed in the program tonight, so if you need more information, there is information there. Our next Backroads Farm Tours was mentioned earlier is July the 19th. We would invite you to go out there and see what's happening on some of these farms. Kevin has a great farm out there, but there's a lot of other ones in the county right here. Also, we have a kind of a unique program coming up on April the 7th called Right to Farm. If you own any land, you might like to go to this workshop. It's going to be at the Environmental Center on April the 7th, and you might like to go there at 6:30 in the evening. Please pick up all winning and non-winning art and writing entries that are on the table up here as well. They're posted on the displays and in the yellow envelopes marked with the school name. Again, we would like to thank you, our sponsors and partners, and each of you have attended tonight, and we hope you have a safe
You might want to remind them that that meeting is going to be out at the environmental.
Thank you all for coming.